Hey guys, this is Becca and this is video 14 of 2018. Kind of a hodgepodge of stuff this week. First of all, I redid some of the exercises from lesson 2 because I realized I hadn't actually followed the directions correctly. So there is a lot of text on DrawABox, so sometimes I can kind of, skim over things. So make sure you read all the instructions so you do the exercises correctly. So I redid those. And I got feedback, number 2, I got feedback on my cylinders from the 250 cylinder challenge, which I was complaining about a few weeks ago. And I got some really helpful advice on those. I'll link to the kind of like a write-up from DrawABox that kind of discusses some techniques for improving your cylinder accuracy. And what I did was I took this and I tried to implement it using kind of like loosely freehand plotted perspective. So I didn't use a ruler, but I did plot out to some vanishing points, just hand-drawn. It was really, really helpful. So takeaway is if you're doing the 250 box challenge and you're feeling kind of overwhelmed and you're not really sure why things aren't working, I would really suggest taking some time and actually doing some plotted perspective, because even if you plot everything out, it's still kind of hard to estimate the degree of the second cylinder. So if you get the first one correct, it's actually still, even if you plot everything out, it's still kind of challenging to get the relation of the degrees, so sort of like the fatness or skinniness of the ellipse correct in relation to each other. Sorry, this probably means nothing to you, but if you perchance are misunderstanding it in the same way that I would say take some time to do some plotted perspective, because that really, really helped. I kind of wish I had done it before I started the challenge, so hopefully that is helpful for you guys if you're doing it. And lastly, I started working on insects, which I think is honestly just such a brilliant step to go from plants to insects. It makes so much sense. Like, insects are just, once you watch the videos, you'll understand for yourself, but they're just very simple in terms of how they're structured, which is something I'd never thought about before. But it makes a lot of sense to go from plants to insects. It's just like a nice step in terms of increasing your challenges, but not going from like drawing like a cactus to drawing a person. So I think the progression is working really well for me. Some of them are better than others. It was kind of mixed, but I definitely learned a lot. Every one that I drew, I felt like I had a nice takeaway from. The only kind of funny / bad thing that happened was I was drawing a praying mantis and my sister called me on the phone and I was like trying to talk to her and draw at the same time, which, as we all know, is absolutely a terrible idea. So I hung up and I realized that I had like put the arm in the wrong socket, so it was like sticking out the wrong direction. I was like, oh no, I have to start over. So I like put the paper aside and redid the praying mantis drawing, and I have no idea how, but I literally did the exact same thing twice in a row. Like, I pulled my pen up and I was like, how? Like, how did I do that twice in a row? So anyway, if you guys are drawing praying mantises? Mantoxin? I guess just be careful. There's a lot of legs and they go like all different directions. So I'm gonna take another stab at that one next week. Hopefully I do not make the same mistake a third time in a row. I probably won't have a video next week, possibly the following week, but don't worry, I'm fine. I just have a lot going on. So I'll continue with the insects and I will let you know how that goes with the next video. Thanks for watching. On to the drawings.